Morning everyone. Did anyone watch The Jury yesterday? So The Jury is a program. It's on ITV. No, it's not. It's on Channel 4. This is the second series of this program, and it's really just about juries in the UK. And in the first series, so I don't know if they're going to do the same thing in this series, they took 12 people, they took 24 people, and there were two separate juries. And then they presented the information to each of them separately. They were both watching the same court case, but they didn't know there was two sets of people. And then they got them to put their verdicts forward to see if two sets of juries can have the same information and if they come up with the same conclusion or not. So I don't know if they're going to do the same thing this year because it's only episode 1. So episode 1 is about a 23-year-old woman. These are all true cases, but they're reenacted for the program. She stabbed her boyfriend after 6 months. There's different information coming up so far as to whether she says it's self-defense. Her grandmother has said, that she's witnessed domestic violence with the man being the perpetrator. Some of the jury, what I've noticed so far is that a lot of the jury have already made their mind up. They've literally haven't heard anything yet, but from the beginning, based on the information they heard, even without the woman taking the stand, they've already said, yes, she's guilty, it's murder, because they've heard so much graphic details about the stabbing, about the fact that she left him to, bleed out, that she lied to the ambulance. It is going not in her favour, to be fair, because I think I was 50-50 about could it have been self-defense, because obviously if she's picked up the knife and used it, could it be that he was trying to strangle her? But when I heard the 999 call, which was yesterday, she was just too nonchalant. She was all like, yeah, I think he's a bit drunk, or maybe he's taken drugs. And then when the ambulance said we're going to be a while, it's bank holiday, she was like, yeah, take your time, I think he's just passed out. And she lied to his brother, because when he was actually still alive and he was just saying, he was in a lot of pain, the brother came to help with that. And then she said, oh no, he's just passed out. And then so the brother helped his own brother be just put into the house and left on the sofa face down. So there's a lot of things which are quite graphic and a bit, when you're listening to details of this case, you're thinking this actually happened. But yeah, it's a bit sad really, but we haven't heard all the details. So tonight, because it's the second part tonight, she's going to take the stand. So we'll hear more on that. But yeah, I don't know how I would feel if I was called up to do jury service. I've said this before, I would do it because I've got I've got no criminal record. So the likelihood is anyone with a clean record can be called to jury service. Would I want to do it? No. Would I take it seriously? Of course I would. And I'm watching this case and I'm sort of thinking, what would I be thinking as we're going along? At this point, I'm not convinced that it wasn't self-defense. But there's a lot of things going against her. The fact she didn't call for an ambulance till 25 minutes after she'd stabbed him. The fact that she lied to the ambulance and made it seem that he was just drunk. The fact that they've only been dating for 6 months. Are there any police records to say that there's been domestic abuse? The grandparent might have seen him abuse her once. Do we know if the grandmother is telling the truth, or do we know? We don't know enough. So for me, I've not made up my mind yet. But of you guys, tell me if you're watching the programme and tell me if you've kind of concluded anything yet. Thanks for watching.